Welcome to my channel, Super Rare Coins. Today's best, top 3 coins. Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. The 1978 United Kingdom 50 pence coin, bearing the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, stands as a distinctive example of the UK's early decimal coinage history, part of the broader transition from the old pounds, shillings and pence system to the new decimal monetary system. Decimalisation was introduced in the UK on the 15th of February 1971. And the 50p coin was among the key new denominations created to replace the 10-shilling note. The 1978 issue of the 50 pence coin does not carry any commemorative design, but rather continues with the standard reverse design, first introduced in 1969, reflecting British national identity and continuity. The coin's obverse features the second definitive coinage portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the prominent sculptor Arnold McCune, RA. This design was used from 1968 until 1984 and shows the Queen facing right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a gift to her from Queen Mary. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg, FD 1978, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God Queen, Defender of the Faith, a Latin-style inscription used on nearly all UK coinage since the monarchy's earliest days. The reverse of the 1978 50 pence coin is the standard Britannia design created by Christopher Ironside, a key contributor to early decimal coin design. The central image depicts Britannia, the traditional female personification of Britain, seated facing right, holding a trident in one hand symbolizing British naval strength and resting the other on a shield that bears the Union flag, a symbol of national unity and defense. Beside her is a lion, further evoking power, protection, and monarchy. Below this iconic scene is the denomination 50, marking the coin's value. Britannia had appeared on British coinage since the reign of Charles II in the 17th century, and her inclusion in the decimal coinage reflected both heritage and strength, reinforcing Britain's image during a time of economic and cultural modernization. The coin is notably seven-sided, technically known as an equilateral curve heptachron, which gives it a unique and instantly recognizable shape. This innovative geometry ensures that the coin has a constant diameter across its entire surface, making it practical for machines and easy to identify by touch. The edge of the coin is plain, without milling or inscription. The 1978 50p coin was minted in cupro nickel 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it a bright silvery appearance and excellent durability against wear and corrosion. Its diameter is 30.0 millimeters, and it weighs 13.5 grams, making it significantly heavier and larger than modern 50p coins, which were reduced in size in 1997. This large format 50p was a practical yet iconic piece of circulating currency for nearly 3 decades, making it familiar to generations of Britons. In terms of mintage, approximately 43 million 50p coins were struck in 1978 for general circulation by the Royal Mint, located in Llantrys in Wales. This number makes the 1978 version relatively common, though it is now only found in the hands of collectors, as these larger size coins were demonetized in October 1998. Following the introduction of the smaller version in 1997. As such, although no longer legal tender, the 1978 50p coin retains historical and numismatic interest. Additionally, some brilliant uncirculated boo and proof specimens were minted for collector sets, and these examples are more desirable due to their pristine condition and finer strike quality. From a numismatic perspective, the 1978 50p coin is an excellent entry-level collectible, representing the early stages of Britain's decimalisation era. Though not particularly rare, its discontinued size, historic symbolism, and classic Britannia design add to its appeal. Circulated examples are typically worth between £1 to £2 GBP, depending on where, while uncirculated or proof coins from mint sets can command values of £5 to £10 or more, especially if still in original packaging. Over time, coins like the 1978 50p are being collected more actively as interest in 20th century coinage continues to grow among young and international collectors. Its traditional design links the coin to Britain's long-standing maritime heritage and the strength of the monarchy, and for that reason, it stands as a cultural and historical artifact, as much as it does a piece of old currency. The 197850p coin also represents a period of economic change and social evolution in the UK. Britain in the late 1970s faced significant inflation, union unrest, and the eventual political shift that would bring Margaret Thatcher to power in 1979. As such, coins from 1978 and surrounding years serve as tangible remnants of that transformative time. Furthermore, this coin was in circulation during events such as the Queen's Silver Jubilee in 1977, giving it further contextual importance as a circulating coin in a highly visible role in national life. In conclusion, The 1978 50 pence Elizabeth II coin is a standard yet historically rich example of Britain's decimal coinage. It features the enduring image of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, and the classical Britannia designed by Christopher Ironside, struck in copper-nickel with a substantial physical presence due to its large size and distinctive seven-sided shape. It remains a favorite among collectors for its aesthetic and historical value. Though it no longer circulates, the 1978 50p continues to hold cultural significance and is a valuable reminder of the design, politics, and daily life of late 20th century Britain. The 1982 50 pence coin from the United Kingdom, bearing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, is a significant and collectible decimal coin from the latter part of the 20th century, both for its historical relevance and distinctive design. This coin is part of the post-decimalization coinage system introduced in the UK in 1971, where the older shillings and pence system was replaced by a decimal system of 100 new pence to the pound. By 1982, the 50p coin had already established itself as one of the higher value coins in circulation. The 1982 issue, however, carries no commemorative design. It features the standard reverse design introduced in 1969, yet holds interest due to its position in the coinage timeline before the major redesign in size reduction in 1997. On the obverse of the coin is the second definitive portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, a sculptor of the Royal Academy. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece that had belonged to Queen Mary. The inscription around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II DG, Reg FD 1982, which is Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This obverse design was used from 1969 until 1984, making it emblematic of early decimal-era coinage. The detailing in the Queen's profile is sharp and realistic, with fine attention to her facial features, and the tiara's detail a feature of Arnold Machen's renowned artistic skill. The reverse of the 1982 50p coin features Britannia, a symbolic figure of Britain, seated beside a lion and holding a trident and shield adorned with the Union flag. This design was created by Christopher Ironside, a noted British coin designer. Britannia has been a long-standing personification of Britain, dating back to Roman times, and her presence on this coin reflects continuity with earlier British coinage, symbolizing strength, patriotism, and maritime tradition. The reverse also features the denomination 50 below the seated figure, clearly denoting its face value. The seven-sided or equilateral curve heptagon shape of the coin, introduced for tactile recognition, makes it instantly recognizable among British coinage and unique globally. In terms of specifications, the 1982 50 pence coin was struck in copper-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance and durability. It had a diameter of 30.0 millimeters, a weight of 13.5 grams, and a thickness of approximately 2.5 millimeters. These measurements made it one of the larger circulating coins in the UK until its redesign in 1997, when the 50p was reduced in size to make it more practical for everyday use. The coin has a plain edge, meaning there is no inscription or milling on the side. Its seven-sided form is designed so that it has a constant diameter, making it suitable for use in vending machines. The mintage of the 1982 50 pence coin was relatively modest, with just under 89,775,000 coins struck for general circulation. This makes it a common coin from the era, but still significant due to its position in pre-modern British coinage history. Unlike some other coins, there was no commemorative design issued on the 50p in 1982. So all coins from this year carry the standard Britannia reverse. The coin was struck by the Royal Mint, the official minting institution of the UK, which has been producing coins for over 1,100 years. From a collector's perspective, the 1982 50 pence coin is not considered rare, but it remains desirable. Among numismatists interested in decimal-era coins and the evolution of British coinage, circulated examples can be found relatively easily and are typically worth around £1 to £2 GBP, depending on condition. However, uncirculated BU or proof specimens, especially those in original packaging or sets, can fetch higher values, sometimes up to £10 or more, particularly if they have been well preserved without scratches or discoloration. These coins were also issued in souvenir packs and mint sets, which are more sought after by collectors. Additionally, the 1982 50p coin marks a period just before many changes in British coinage. After 1982, there was a brief gap when number 50p coins were minted for circulation again until 1997. When the reduced size 50p was introduced. Therefore, the 1982 version represents the last of the large Britannia 50p coins used in everyday commerce. This adds a layer of historical interest for collectors tracking the development of British coin. The 1997 50 pence coin from the United Kingdom, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, is a landmark piece in modern British coinage, known primarily for introducing a major change in the size and weight of the 50p denomination. This coin is notable because it marks the official transition from the larger, heavier 50p coins issued from 1969 to 1997 to the reduced size 50 pence coins still in circulation today. Before this change, the 50p coin weighed 13.5 grams and measured 30 millimeters in diameter. However, in 1997, the Royal Mint introduced a significantly smaller and lighter version to improve convenience for the public and compatibility with vending machines, parking meters, and automated tills. As such, 1997 is a turning point in the evolution of British decimal coinage. The new 50p was reduced to 8.0 grams in weight and 27.3 millimeters in diameter, maintaining the distinctive seven-sided equilateral curve heptagon shape that gives the coin its unique identity and practical handling. On the obverse side, the 1997 50 pence coin features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Raphael Maclouf and used from 1985 to 1997. This portrait shows the Queen facing right, wearing the George IV state diadem, which is richly detailed with diamonds, crosses, and floral emblems. The inscription surrounding her reads, Elizabeth 2DG, Reg FD, 1997, which is the Latin abbreviation for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Maclouf's design is slightly more stylized and regal than earlier portraits, presenting the monarch with a sense of grace, strength, and dignity appropriate for her role in the modern constitutional monarchy. The Queen's effigy on this coin is rendered with precise detailing, capturing her maturity and the majesty of the crown. The reverse of the 1997 50 pence coin retains the classic Britannia design that had been featured on 50p coins since the coin's original introduction in 1969, designed by Christopher Ironside. This timeless design shows Britannia, a seated female warrior figure representing Britain, holding a trident in her right hand and a shield bearing the Union flag in her left. She is accompanied by a lion, symbolizing courage, strength, and loyalty. Below Britannia is the denomination 50 pence, clearly identifying its value. This reverse design was a symbol of national pride, maritime history, and classical British values, and it remained in use until 2008 when the Royal Shield reverse was introduced. The choice to retain this familiar design in 1997, even while altering the size of the coin, ensured visual and cultural continuity during the transition. The composition of the 1997 50p remained cupro-nickel and alloy, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving the coin its silver-like appearance and high resistance to corrosion. This durable material made it ideal for long-term circulation. Despite the size reduction, the shape and metal stayed consistent with previous issues to preserve compatibility with the public's expectations and usage habits. The edge of the coin is plain, without any milling or inscription. In terms of mintage, approximately 456,364,100 over 460 million of the reduced size 1997 50p coins were struck for circulation by the Royal Mint, making it the first and most widely produced of the new-sized coins. The large number minted ensured that the public could easily transition to the new size with minimal disruption. While the 1997 50p coin is not rare, its status as the first of its kind makes it a key piece for collectors focusing on coin series, transitions, or the modernization of British currency. In addition to the standard circulating coins, brilliant uncirculated boo and proof versions were also issued in Royal Mint coin sets. These versions were struck with extra care and polish, often featuring sharper detail and mirror-like finishes. In the context of British coinage history, the 1997 50p holds special importance. The earlier large-sized coins had become cumbersome, and by the 1990s, the need for a lighter, more convenient 50p was evident. The change was part of broader reforms to make UK currency more user-friendly and compatible with modern coin-operated systems. The public accepted the change without controversy, and the 1997 50p quickly became the standard. In effect, this coin serves as a bridge between two eras: the traditional large-format coins of the post-decimalization period and the sleeker, more modern coinage that defines British currency today. From a numismatic value perspective, circulated examples of the 1997 50p coin are generally worth face value or slightly more, typically ranging from 50 pence to £1 and 50 pence GBP depending on condition. However, uncirculated or mint condition specimens, especially those from official Royal Mint presentation packs, can fetch between £2 to £5 or more. Proof coins, especially those issued in silver or gold in limited numbers, can command significantly higher prices. Despite its high mintage, many collectors include the 1997 50p in their collections due to its transitional importance and role in the evolution of the UK's coinage system. The historical backdrop of the late 1990s adds further dimension to the coin's significance. Britain was going through a period of cultural and political transformation, with the rise of Cool Britannia, the election of Tony Blair's new Labour government, and the growing influence of the European Union. In that context, the modernization of everyday objects like coins reflected the national mood, one of modernization, renewal, and global integration. Though the coin design itself was rooted in tradition, its form was adapted for the future, symbolizing a practical yet respectful approach to change. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.